It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. All that and more coming up next.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Joined by a former NFL quarterback off in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the fifth-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
Hey, let's be honest. The only reason the Chargers drafted in the top 5 was because Justin Herbert wasn't available all season long. An injury cut short his year, but it really didn't cut short his production while he was playing. Still over 3,000 yards and 20 touchdowns. Kid, I can tell you, this is one guy that I love. I mean, I love to watch throw a football.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That throw finds Johnston. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A give right side to Dobbins. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 42. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Caught at the 10-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Herbert now off the play fake. And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Dameon Pierce now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted 2nd in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
Collins there to grab it. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. Oh, what a stiff arm. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down, Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Working inside the red zone. And it finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans finish off their opening drive. Nico Collins with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans start off well to tie things 7-7. Has it all set up for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Johnston brings it in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He breaks the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now, first round. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Connects with Mechie. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans hoping to take a lead going into the break. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Stroud throwing here on first. He completes it in traffic. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, Stroud. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Completed to Collins. And they get this down to the 28. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing is Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Roughing the kickoff. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1. And make your case for who should get a boost. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. We've reached our halftime intermission with the Texans currently in front in Houston. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Pierce now on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the third. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. First and 10 now from the 30. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finding Collins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. To the air, Stroud. Stays upright. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10, around to Mixon. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Keeping it with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays right before the snap. You know, if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. Oh, this big guy is moving! And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an aware...
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown.
Play is under review.
Now, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. An inside handoff to Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation, and he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Here's Stroud now. Collins there to grab it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw, Stroud. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Man in motion, out of the slot. First down, Stroud. Vacates quickly left side. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And this one doesn't go far. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Stroud. Setting up the screen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Offense in the hurry up here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He finds McConkey. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10, Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
And the defense was all over that throw. Able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Cut near the goal line. It's an LA touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chargers 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. The tackle is made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. Here he is to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Texans set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw it. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Back to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that makes it 2nd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance save to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.